Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. In this video, I'll speak about USDCAD. And as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I'll cover the technical aspect for this market. Then we will be moving to the order flow by looking at the commitment of traders, which is what the big players in the market are doing and how they're moving and shifting their orders, which you see right here. And by the end of the video, by using the combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here for this pair. So this is definitely a video you do not want to miss. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that USDCAD at the moment is facing strong resistance at the previous level of monthly supply and resistance from which all these previous rejections to the downside were created, which at the moment is being tested once more as resistance, and the market is already respecting it as such. We can also notice that the other level that is important to identify on this chart is this higher low area here, which in other words is just a trend line. Now, every time the market is testing this zone, we are seeing higher lows along this trend. So at the moment, the market is quite stuck. We have resistance around this zone and support here, which creates a small zone in which price action needs to either break out to the upside or to the downside. So at the moment, we have a condensed market in between these two levels. And we will now see what is going on when it comes to the institutional side of the market and how they are moving their orders inside of this area. But for now, let's keep in mind all of that and drop down on the weekly time frame. Now, from a weekly perspective, the situation is quite clear as well. We can notice how we do have the resistance currently lining up around this zone, but the market seems to be bottoming out at this level. We have already seen on the monthly that as we have the trend line at that zone, that area is a higher low area. And we can notice already how we just got this triple bottom being created at that higher low zone, from which there is a good probability of seeing a potential rejection to the upside away from the zone. Now, let's keep all of that in mind and also drop down on the daily time frame to see what kind of patterns and structure the market is creating. Now, here in the daily, what we can see is that in creating this push to the downside, the market is also printing this M pattern. Now, in general, after the creation of an M pattern, what you would expect is for the market to create a reversal higher to go and complete the pattern at the neckline. In this case, the previous support turned resistance. Now, the previous support and resistance in the case here of the price action that we're seeing here in the daily for USDCAD is exactly this zone, which means that if the market here will drop lower, there is a good probability of seeing strong institutional buying at the higher low zone, pushing the price higher and completing this M pattern at the neckline. In fact, if we go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders, so what the big players in the market are doing, and we look at the data precisely for the CAD, the first thing that we have to keep in mind is that if we are looking at the data for the CAD, we're actually already looking at CAD USD because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. But if we want informations on USD CAD, we simply have to reverse everything. And what we can see here is that we just had 3,888 shorts added with the last report, making the CAD weaker. And at the same time, 2,000 longs getting closed. So as institutions are adding shorts and closing longs on the CAD, this means that USD CAD is being longed and bought on the institutional side of the market, because if institutions are shorting the CAD and all currencies are traded against the USD, then they are longing USD CAD by shorting the CAD. And that is exactly what is going on. And it has been going on for quite a few weeks, going from minus 53K net positions down to minus 76K net positions. So net positions are getting decreased on USD CAD on the institutional side of the market. So let's keep all of that in mind and move back to the chart. So in a situation like this, if the market will create this M pattern, what would I expect? Well, as usual, And as my students know very well, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily timeframes combined with the COT data, those are the best timeframes when it comes to the directional aspect of the market. However, when it comes to identifying early shifts in the trend of a market, the best timeframes for that are the intraday timeframes, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what I would expect is that if this market would shift from an intraday bearish to bullish market, I wouldn't be surprised to see a potential reversal higher, completing this M pattern at the neckline. That definitely wouldn't surprise me.
Now, if you want to learn more, I really recommend that you go and check out my website, which is linked in the description, because what you see me share here on YouTube is actually just the tip of the iceberg. In fact, if you head over to the website in the description, you will have the possibility to join the best trading program on the planet. You will gain access to all the courses ranging from the very basics of charting all the way to the more advanced topics like building automated trading strategies using the MQL4 programming language, building portfolios of strategies using quantitative finance tools like the Quant Analyzer, and much more. You will have the possibility, in fact, to gain access to the trading station software with the Telegram notifications integration, one-on-one private mentoring directly with me, the COT data software, which often you see me use directly in my YouTube videos, on all my platforms actually. And if you scroll down, you will see that you also have the possibility to get the integration. So all my EAs, which you find here presented one by one directly on the website. And you also have the possibility to gain access to my live trading show. So I live stream of all the trades on my live account as they're opened, closed, trade, and obviously managed. And if you continue to scroll down, you will see that you have the possibility to join just after here the testimonials and gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the checkout process. So I really suggest that at least you go and check it out. The link is in the description and I will see you in it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to click on the like button. Also, let me know in the comments below any new pairs that you would like me to cover in my next videos. Also, any questions you have, leave them in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss new updates, and I will see you in my next video.